You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Chief Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
What? That's right, I said it.
You know? I mean, you only hear it so many times. Welcome to the Bad Girls Club.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle Season 2 Reunion Part 2. I am joined in studio with my co-host, Camilla Poindexter.
Hi, everybody. What's up?
And we have a very special guest with us tonight.
Yes,
I
we
would
do.
Dare to say the star of tonight's
Part definitely 2? Star of the Reunion Part 2.
From BGC Season 10, Alicia, Samaan.
Hi. Hey, girl.
What is going on, girl?
What'd it do?
We have a lot to talk about today.
I know.
Give us the juice.
Let's just jump right into it.
Well, wait, before you do, we also have another very special guest with us
Yes,
off
we
of
do.
the upcoming season of Bad Girls Club, Season 12. She's probably scared out her damn mind watching this damn reunion.
I know.
We have Miss Lo London. What up, girl?
What's up? It's your girl, Lo London, in the building.
Were you? All right, now you watched the reunion. Were you a little nervous watching it that you got yourself into this?
I mean, I was in the house, so I can imagine how everybody's just feeling all kind of crazy ways at the reunion. Everybody got something to prove. They come back, they ready.
So are you prepared for your reunion?
Actually, I already filmed my reunion.
You already filmed your reunion?
Yes.
Okay.
Juicy, juicy, juicy.
A little competition. All right, let's get into this. Let's start it off. Rocky and Shelly had this beef last week, right? Well, so they tried to play it up to be this beef. Rocky feels Shelly didn't really try. Shelly feels like that's bullshit. Rocky got up like she was gonna punch her or something like that, and it was like this hug. Like, how was you feeling?
I mean, Rocky, they're just a little extra, and I think everybody at that point were friends, so they were click tight, so they just hugged. I mean, I didn't think they were gonna fight. Shelly and Rocky, it's just BGC drama.
But how'd you feel? Do y'all feel like Shelly scooted by on Rocky's coattails?
Yeah, everybody scooted off on Rocky's coattail. Everybody that's on the red team scooted by because of Rocky.
Definitely.
They didn't get rid of her when she was injured, so that technically showed that they needed her.
Yeah, it's funny because all the girls have an excuse for why they acted the way that they did. Like, Shelly said, you're in the house and you go crazy. She thought it was one thing while she was living in the house, but then when she watched the show, it was just like entertainment and sarcastically funny.
Now, speak on that, because
I just think people ride Rocky's coattail because they feel like she's one of the best that came off her season, and she's recognized. So I think everybody wants to ride on who's popping. It's just it's opportunists.
But no, speak on that comment though, as far as like being in the house, it makes you go crazy. It makes you a different type of person, and obviously that's what they're trying to film. I mean, we have Julie in here all the time talking about I was on my season, and when I watched it back, I didn't like what I saw, but the house makes you like that. So does that give Shelly a little bit of advice to what she's saying?
I mean, everybody does crazy stuff. So we can't, you go in Bad Girls Club, you're going to do bad girl shit, and it just is what it is. I mean, we can say and point fingers, but everybody has done bad girl shit. It's Bad Girls Club.
And that's why you want to shout.
I actually, I think it's a different I have a different perspective because I feel like what people see on TV and like who I am in real life and like the people that my friends know and the people that are closest to me know is not really the person that they put on TV. So this is what
editing.
Yeah, and this is what I think most of the world fails to understand is that we are on set. We are characters. We are produced. We are edited the way that people that aren't our friends view us. So if you're on the Bad Girls Club and you don't give them what they want bad girls to give them, they're going to manipulate the situation the best that they can because that's their job. And that's what
They'll be like putting bitch right here, and I said it like 2 weeks ago. Like, what?
And it's funny because I actually was speaking with my manager, and she is a reality star producer. And she said something to me that made me really think about it. She was like, I know that they did a horrible job editing because your facial expressions were the same in every single clip. You say everything with your face. So she was like, I know what you did say and what you didn't say. So people need to understand that, like, what you guys are seeing is it's TV, you know? And Shelly, Rocky, Stephanie, Tiana, I mean, the whole red team, it was like Rocky was their, like, god. And that's awesome for Rocky.
Right.
You know, that's like, bitch, do it. Like, fucking do that shit. You know, like, I'm not a hater, so, like, I'm gonna salute any girl. Like, do that shit. Just like the situation with Nancy, do that shit, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I walked in there, like, I know everybody probably, like, hates me and they probably think a certain way. So it's like, I'm just going in here to be like, all right, I'm a health coach. Let me get these numbers up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about the
all right. Wait. So let's since you brought it up, let's talk about it. You were on BGC 10, and you were known as one of the jumping girls. You, Valentina,
Yeah,
were
I
put into this
people
group that
going
y'all
crazy.
created Team Jump-A-Ho.
The Jump-A-Ho,
I
there we
started
go.
that.
All right.
Yeah, the
Now,
hashtag.
Something between then and Bad Girls Club All Stars happened to you where you looked at yourself, and you mentioned it tonight, you didn't like what you saw. And then even at the beginning of Bad Girls All Star, you said, you know, I saw myself on my season, I didn't like what I saw, and I'm coming into this being changed. What happened?
A lot actually happened. In order for me to really, like, let it out, I kind of have to, like, talk about, like, my family. I come from a foreign background. My dad came straight from Jordan. My mom came straight from Poland. So growing up, I was a lot different than my classmates because they all came from families that were somewhat more established than mine. I relate to a lot of people that struggled growing up. Most of my inner circle are girls that experienced how it felt like being on, like, welfare and how it felt from, you know, having parents that didn't have it all. Yes, I, like, have the white skin color and I come from a suburb right outside of Chicago, but, like, eating Spam and, like, things like that, like, that was in my grandparents' house because they were foreign. Like, we didn't really know that. That's what people on, like, food stamps ate. Like, it was weird growing up because I relate to the people that know the struggle, that know how to hustle, that know what it takes to wake up and be like, oh my God, I have to grind to make my next dollar. Sometimes it's easier to have a 9-to-5 than be an entrepreneur, honestly. So with that being said, when I went into the Bad Girls Club, my goal and the reason why I did the show was to open doors for myself. I was a PR. I was a music manager. I had a background in broadcasting. I did it to open doors. So when I was in the house, these girls were constantly getting wasted, and they're, like, super comfortable with their bodies and they're super comfortable being around girls. I have all brothers. The only woman that I grew up with was my mom. So, like, running around half naked was like, no, you don't do that. When I left the show, I was a disgrace to my whole family. Nobody in my family wanted to talk to me. I assume that most of the bad girls that do the show, their families are like, fuck yeah, do that shit. You know, my family's like,
no, not really, because my mom didn't want me to do it, but she was just like, okay, you know, but because she knew what Bad Girls was.
My family had no idea what Bad Girls was. So when I did it, they were like, these girls are screaming, yelling, fighting, like.
So how did you get to the point where you ended up the hashtag Team Jump a Bitch?
Because actually what ended up happening, all the girls in the house, like, everyone was fighting, everybody was fighting. Rocky went to the club one day and actually told the bartender that I jumped her. And at that point, I didn't touch anyone except for Janae. And I didn't jump Janae. Valentina jumped in Janae's fight, if we all remember that. So I kept hearing this, like, everywhere we went, and you know how it is, you go to the same places. So everywhere I went, people were like, oh, you're the girl that jumped Rocky. Like, I haven't even fought Rocky yet at this point. Like, what are you guys talking about? And then my final straw was this bartender came up to me, and said, Alicia, I understand why you and Valentina never come to this place that we always went to. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, Rocky told us, that you guys just jumped her last week. And I was like, wait, Jen and Valentina jumped her. I wasn't even in the fight with Rocky. So I kept hearing all this stuff. Like, everybody was talking about me. And I didn't really understand. So finally, I'm like, okay, if Rocky and if anybody fights anybody, like, I'm jumping in. Because now I'm going to give them a reason to talk about me. I was just so sick of it. It was just like all this made up shit. And I was just over it.
So you never jumped nobody before that?
Before that comment, no. And then I jumped Rocky. And then I was like, this is so stupid.
Then you started jumping people.
That's
not good to jump people, Alicia.
But that was like, we're talking about something like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you're in this vortex of this world, this house, and I'm sure you went through it too.
Yes. We didn't have
crazy, wild experience.
Yeah, no jumping though.
So, but but you go into it, obviously you might act a little different than you probably would normally because you're out of your comfortability factor. So now you're out of it. And you're tweeting and you're live tweeting during the show, and I'm assuming that's when #Team Jump a Ho came. Now, okay, after watching it back with your family being upset with you, where were you mentally? Were you feeding off of the attention, and that's where Team Jump a Ho came in? Did you not care that it came off like that, or where were you mentally for that?
Honestly, I didn't care. If we're going back to right after season 10,
right when you're watching it live
after
and
season 10, it. I was so over it. I just didn't care. I was trying to go with the grain of what the producers wanted me to feel and act like and do this and do that. And I was just at one point, I'm just you know what, I'm over it.
Did you feel like you lost yourself a little bit?
I remember.
You can lose yourself, because you feel like sometimes you just get lost sometimes. And for me, I'm the only child, so I always have my mom to be there. So every chance you got, or the TV, you see me calling my mom, I'm like, Mom, Mom. Because that's the only person I felt was there for me. All these bitches, they talk behind your back. Pss, pss, pss. Then in the next confession, they're talking about you. And then you find out stuff because the producer ends up telling you. They don't tell you, but in the question, it's basically telling you, this bitch done talked about you. Because they're like, oh, so Alicia said that, and you're like, what? This bitch said something? And you never know. And then you see it on TV and you're like, bitch, you were all in my face this whole time. And you mean to tell me every chance you got, you were talking about me in the confessional? That's where it gets tricky.
It's crazy because I was telling Camilla a couple weeks back, I had to, before we did the reunion,
I'm going to get you for saying Camilla.
I'm sorry, Camilla. So we had to watch the whole season unedited. And watching it, I was like, this is a whole different show. These girls have hearts. They actually care.
We do.
They're actually, and it's so funny to see the edited product because
it just looks like bitch. Crazy.
So now knowing how, much production goes into this, how is it for you guys to kind of, I know it's hard to not take something offensive when you're being called a bitch to your face, but how do you deal with that knowing okay, this shit's produced, you probably didn't even mean it like that? Are there certain girls that okay, she didn't mean like that bitch is a producer puppet and that bitch really is just a fucking bitch?
Well, yeah, because Megan, she's I think she does things just for television. You know what I mean? Just to get on.
So you wouldn't be as mad
if
Megan wants to do it?
I think she didn't want to call me a bitch. I don't think she would have did any of that because when I went up against Megan, she had nothing to say, and everybody witnessed that, including Rocky and Tiana when I was going off on Elise. So I feel like these girls get in the house and then they talk all this big shit. But when I bossed up, I was just I'm not saying I'm the biggest and baddest person, but I'm saying that they pick and choose who they want to fuck with.
What are you thinking?
For honestly, again, I like to say things. This is from Alicia's mouth, and that's what people tend to fuck up, and it drives me crazy. First off, the whole fat comment.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
AfterBuzz
is unedited, y'all. This is live right here. So go.
This is the thing. If you really watch the clip, I said, this ain't got nothing to do with food. I ain't worried about it. I was talking about me because of what I eat and what I
and they made it seem like it was going towards Shelly.
Eat. It had nothing to do with Shelly. I said,
but let's get this honest. If you were to say Shelly's fat, she cannot be mad. You're bigger and plump than everybody, and I love Shelly. But at the end of the day, why are people getting mad over stuff that's true?
It bothers me.
You know what I mean? Like,
It really, like, watching it last night, it bothered me so much. Like,
What part?
just everything. Those girls, it's just like, why are you guys screaming at me so much? I couldn't get a word in, and I just hate the fact that the way that they edit.
I just feel like, you know, like for me,
not
for you,
me.
I was telling him, I didn't meet you before. So I looked at you and I gave everybody a chance when I came on Bad Girls All-Star Battle.
You did.
But when I would hear people say bad and negative things about you, and it's no point to say who names because it really is irrelevant. I never judged you off of it, and I told you this. And people would just want me really to not like you. And I'm just like, why? She never did nothing to me. You know, whatever she did to you on that season, like, that's like everybody, well, at least going around trying to make everybody not like me because I did what I did to her. And it's like, okay, everybody did something.
Right.
You did something. We all did something. So why keep pointing the finger at Alicia? And I feel like they don't want to let her grow, you know? And it's like, damn, how many times she got to say sorry? And I'm not taking sides, but it's just like a person can like want to change so much before you keep bashing and like, let her change. If she was a fucked up ass person before, fuck it, she was. Damn it, you know what I mean? And then move on. Like, can we move on now?
So let's talk about that. I mean, you came up there. Shelly was rah rah rah. They played the clap song for y'all while y'all was clapping at each other's
I was
faces.
so uninterested.
And the whole thing is, I mean, I was doing something backstage, and just you stole the show at this point where you were just like, I'm gonna give
30 seconds.
Okay, before
I
we
was
actually
gonna ask about that also. What's with the 30 seconds?
Right. So before we get to that, let's talk about the AfterBuzz clip when you were backstage with us. So again, we started this season off. I started with Julie, and I was just like, I was excited when I saw the clip of you talk about, you know, I've changed, want to go here, and then, you know, the whole situation where who was it that you had to vote out, Nancy or
Amy or Nancy.
So from there, and editing wise, they started editing you, the season 10 Alicia. I met you, and I was like,
Cool
oh,
girl.
all right, this is a really fun interview. Like, you were really cool. You had great energy about you. And I was just trying to put it together. And not only that, but I had watched the unedited clips.
Right.
So you come in, you sit down with us, and we gave you 30. Well, you said all you needed was 30 seconds. And you went on to say Sarah is too old. Now, I will say this. You came for all the girls, but within coming for them, I don't know. Like, to me, do you have a lot of gay friends? Yeah,
I do.
Well, I'm just saying,
I love gays.
in the gay world, we have this term called reading, and reading is supposed to be, you're supposed to read a bitch.
Yeah,
but it's
read
for
a bitch right.
positivity because you want that person to change. You don't want no one looking like a hot damn mess. And so we started off the reading with, Sarah, you're too old to be acting like that.
Yeah.
I think we all can agree.
Yeah, no, honestly, a big question in the house was like, is her butt fake? Is this fake? Is that fake? Is that fake? Like, own who you are, okay? But also remember, like, don't yell at me because of this, or don't tell me I'm this because of that. Like, who are you? What are you doing?
Well, what was your situation with Sarah in the house? Because why she was coming at, she called you, what did she say? Inconsistent, or what were her words for you?
She said,
okay, babe, honestly, like, I'm gonna say this. I really was by myself in that house.
Yeah, you were. I can't say that everyone was against Alicia.
I woke up like 2 hours before all the girls. I did my
She got into it actually
plan.
the first when you walked in the house.
I worked out every day.
Wait, you and Valentina got into it, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was Paula.
Was it Paula?
Paula.
What happened with you and Valentina? Because the last thing I know, I don't be going on to all the like BGC things. Like, I just want to watch the show for what it is. Like, I don't want no backstory.
What's funny
but
is
what
there's
happened?
so many questions about like what really happened with Alicia. Like, I'm so like, it's so crazy to even think about it. But Valentina and I, after the reunion, after the show, she told all the girls that I was talking about them. Paula, Stephanie. Well, actually, those are the only two that I really cared about, was Paula and Stephanie. And that killed me because I didn't. I didn't say a word about them. And everything that she told them was stuff that she told me about them. She told me things, very personal things about Stephanie, very personal. And I never once told anybody about it. And then she told me things about Paula, and I told her, like, you're not a good friend. And if you were a good friend, you wouldn't tell me those things about them. And then what ended up happening was she went back and told them things that I said.
So it wouldn't backfire on her.
Just a bunch of he say, she say bullshit.
Yeah. So at the reunion, my goal was
BGC 10 reunion.
BGC 10 reunion was to openly talk about that. And to let Valentina or let Paul and Stephanie know that no matter what you guys think, like, I always had your back and I always defended you. But Shannon attacked her. So I took a back seat, and that's why I looked the way that I looked, because I was just like dying inside, because I wanted to just say, like, you guys know this is really what happened, and this is what I was really thinking, and this is really what was going on. But I just couldn't pick on her. She went through enough at that point.
And so you guys haven't spoke since the reunion All Stars?
Mm-hmm, the reunion happened. I took her out for her birthday. That was cool. We all went out. I just swallowed my pride completely because the girl went through enough. And it was my decision not to talk to her after that. She did call me after the reunion, but again, I was really hurt.
The first reunion or BGC?
10.
Oh, okay.
10. So then I didn't speak to anyone from the moment that we saw each other on the reunion to entering the All-Star Battle. And when I saw Nancy, we right away talked. And then Paula had this big question about the whole Valentina thing. Well, no, you did.
Well, I asked, actually. I was kind of like the
You
third.
did.
But I didn't know anybody, so I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. I'm like, okay, so why? I'm like, Alicia, do you talk to Valentina anymore? She's like, no. I asked Valentina the same thing. They both said the same thing. So I was like, okay, cool. They're not friends. And then I don't know from where, what, who, when, it just escalated.
It was more he say, she say after that?
And then, but this was great because what ended up happening was Paula approached me about it. And it turned into this war. Rocky threw her beer at me. Paula was trying to fight me. And I just let them know, like, you guys have no idea the real story. And I'm not going to fight you. So
that's
what
why you
ended
should just say how you feel.
So Valentina just sat quietly while all that happened?
And what ended up happening was Valentina put Paula up. So Paula and I had a long conversation after the show. And she, you know, wanted to say sorry. She was like, I'm really sorry. You know, you were a super, like, awesome friend and shit. Now we're business partners. And I stay true to my girls. You know, the people that stick around long enough to really see what loyalty truly means to me are the ones that love me for life.
So seeing Valentina, because she said she needed to go on this change and she came out with her situation and you know, she seems to be in this better place. I feel like whether it is a character or what, because it's totally different from what we saw. But I mean, you know what, maybe she really did look at that, because I feel like I would be on some shit like if I saw myself like that.
She said she had to take like medicine and psychiatrist and everything. But I didn't meet her before the show either, so I honestly didn't want to get to know Valentina. I didn't like her from when I had to do Making It to the Match, and I was like, this bitch is annoying. Oh my god, shut up. But when I met her, she is like a sweet girl, and I don't know her from whatever drama it is. Just like I told you, like, I'm gonna let everybody fuck up on their own, and then I'll judge you.
Well, I would think we have some phone calls.
Phone calls, ring ring.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you from? Oh, hold on, they're patching them through. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
It's Karen from Chicago.
What up,
what's
Karen?
up?
Hey.
All right, we got Chi-Town in the house, so Alicia's in here. What did you think of the?
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Oh, go ahead.
What did you think of the episode tonight?
I thought, well, okay, I'm so glad Alicia's here because me and Camilla were going at it like last week. I was watching the AfterBuzz. I'm watching y'all right now, and it's like I'm getting to understand like why. I don't know, because I've always had a question of like why Alicia, like why you look so crazy on TV, but like now you're like all like articulate and like you're explaining stuff. So I want to know. So you're saying that on BGC they're building a character. So why did the producers make you look like to be like that, but they made Rocky to be like something so special and great? Like I don't understand that.
To be honest with you, coming from
they didn't like you, or
no, I mean, I used to manage, so I kind of have to think about it from a management perspective. When you have a talent that's on a show on your set and she's praying before she goes to bed, she's calling her mom when she wakes up in the morning, she's calling her dad, she's calling her brothers, she's celibate, she you know, cooks dinner every Sunday, makes the girls pray before dinner, and these are all things that I did, and they'll tell you what character are you going to really put her into if she's supposed to be a bad girl. But when she opens her mouth, all the girls are being checked. All the girls are like, damn, where'd you come from? I separated myself from the girls. They had to do what they had to do. I get it. I didn't give them much. I did the show to put my artist on. I did the show because that's what PRs do. I did the show because my long-term goals is to go back into management. I still do it. I don't talk about it because right now I'm Alicia from the Bad Girls Club. I got to roll with that / a health coach. I'm rolling with that. But as the years come, people are going to see Alicia unfold. So right now, if I'm this bully, crazy, psycho girl, it's opening doors for my artist, and that's what it was for. So, I mean, salute. Go ahead, Oxygen. Y'all got me this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do what you need to do. But damn, y'all could have shown me just a little more love. But I'm okay. And you know what? That's the thing. Through Instagram, through social media, people see who I am. I'm a dork, like straight up. Like I don't.
And she's a Herbalife junkie, and she would get on your nerves about it. Oh my God!
Like I'm the biggest nerd. Like I read like motivational stories like every day. Like I'm self-improving. I'm a nerd, like real life.
I'm just glad she started dressing better because, honey, I hated the way you dressed before. I was like, Alicia, do not show that belly, girl, with them damn.
I can show my belly now.
Now you can. Do it now. But before I was like, bitch, if you don't put that belly up.
Yo,
it was
I'm
like
gonna
a
say
booty
this
do.
too.
Your stomach bigger than your booty do.
And not only that, Alicia, I gotta say, for the reunion, when you came in that room
you looked
backstage,
amazing.
I was like,
Thank you. And I styled.
And you were very like
sleek.
Like it was just like very simple. It reminded me of like going in a model casting call when Tyra always used to say, just be so simple.
And
you know, like
you
don't have to do too much to.
I was just trying to really be extra. I was so like, oh my God, lights, camera, action. Like this is so overwhelming. I don't even put on a lot of makeup. I wear eyeliner and mascara.
But
like
you were
this,
like, you know what, fuck
like,
this shit. They want to show, I'm gonna give them a shit.
Yeah, so I really did. I just took everything just a little bit farther because it's like, okay, let me just be this girl.
You were kind of done at that point. You're just like, you know what, I'm done. That's what you.
Honey, she kept checking her clock.
I did. I was like, my customers. I pulled out my phone. I couldn't. It was buzzing off the hook. I'm like, I gotta check people texting me, calling me.
Karen, what's your Twitter handle?
At Kara1110.
Thank you for calling in,
Thank
boo.
you.
Make sure you hit us up for next season.
Thank you.
We got another call in the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from? Caller, what the hell is your damn name?
Caller, where you at, boo?
You scared?
Hello, calling from the Michigan area.
Hey.
And what is your name?
Hello, hi Camilla. How are you?
Hi. What's your name, boo?
Oh my God. My name is Giovanni, and it's Giovanni Minaj on Twitter.
Okay. Hey, Giovanni Minaj.
Yes.
What you
oh my God, I like you. You know, you hard. You go hard.
I do.
But
what's your question, boo? How did you like tonight's episode?
I'm sorry.
How did you like tonight's episode? You know, like the episode that we watched, BGC.
Child, what the hell you call in here for? You just want to talk to Camilla? You want Camilla's number? You want us to hook you up with Camilla's number after this?
He like, honey, I am not trying to talk about nothing else. What's up, Camilla?
I like Camilla. Camilla go hard. She be dressing cute. Her hair be on point. But no, Camilla, I had a question for you.
Okay.
Do you ever think you and Elise will ever get along?
Honestly, I'll tell everybody, I don't have anything against Elise. It was a show. I mean, I was pissed off when I was in that moment. That second, Alicia knew. Like, everybody was really trying to calm me down, but I didn't see anything but red flags. Bitch, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I don't have anything against Elise. Like, and honestly, I think she unblocked me from Twitter.
She unblocked you?
Because I tried to go into her because I like Elise. You know, you should just go check up on people sometimes. Be snoozing and so I was just like,
what are all the BGC fans twatching?
So I mean, I have nothing against Elise. I hope one day we can, amends everything. And I get it if she doesn't want to be my friend. But if not, if we can do business together and make it, make it some money and some dollars, then we can do it. Let's go.
Hey.
Right, because I was just going to say, you both are beautiful women, and you guys don't need to be arguing like that because you're both too beautiful for that.
Thank you, honey. We are.
You better call in with some positivity.
Thank you for the positive notes.
What's your Twitter handle again?
You're welcome. It's Giovanni_Minaj.
Thank you for calling in,
Thank you, Giovanni.
All right, moving on.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Before we continue that conversation, Nancy, she comes in, she says the real competitors were Camilla, Elise, Rocky, Megan. Sarah wasn't a good competitor. She was only there because of Rocky.
She was.
Sarah starts getting mad. She's over talking Tanisha. Said, I could have sent Rocky home a long time ago, but I didn't. Then Tiano comes in. She says, no.
Do you see how defensive they get, though?
As a team, we were doing it.
As
Bitch,
a team, you never won
end?
anything or helped out in a situation. Every individual challenge, Tiana, you never won. So your physical strengths to anybody was whack.
And I'm like, you were crying about it, so why are you saying this now?
It's so funny to actually watch. Because these girls, when did they like get some balls?
Girl, when they got out of the house.
I swear, in the house, they're not like this. I swear. And
My thing is with Sarah,
called me yesterday.
Wait a minute.
It's like,
who's not like this?
Like all this yelling and I'm gonna say this about you
I can
and
see
I'm gonna
Shelly
talk
not
about
being like
you.
that.
And
Shelly is actually cool. Like Sarah, on the other hand, she just wants to be the voice of everything. Like, shut
But wait,
up.
she's not in
I
your
don't have
face.
anything
I
against
feel like
Sarah, but she just needs to calm down.
In her season, she was in people's faces. So you're on BGC All-Star, she wasn't in y'all's faces?
She tried to buck, but trust me, that little piglet would get sit down.
Honestly, like she came up to me. I remember one day no one was in the kitchen and she was like, Alicia, I'm really sorry for judging you before getting to know you. Like,
That's what's funny. They come up to you on the side with the
bitch?
mics off and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're this, oh, you're that. But then right when the camera comes, it's like, oh, fuck you, fuck you.
Even Shelly said that actually in the makeup room. We were getting our makeup done and she
This
was
is
like,
before the reunion.
No,
After.
this was during the show. She was like, Alicia, I really wish I wasn't as close as I was to Rocky or something like that, because I would think like me and you would be friends. Like, I don't care if my girl likes you or not. If I like you, I'm fucking with you.
Right.
That's like the thing. I don't get along with girls that just aren't. I said it backstage. You gotta like have dreams. You gotta want to be successful. You gotta want to have goals. That's my type of girls. I'm sorry, I'm not with the whole like let me get wasted and like hook up with every girl in the house. Like that's not my thing. And I'm not talking about you and Nancy. That's no. But you know, like even Sarah, like she jumped on Shelly's lap and Rocky's lap. Like, you know,
Very
I'm not
extra.
It's just extra. Like put me in a room full of bitches that
Just
just
give
wanna
her
chill,
a show,
you know,
please.
Play some spades, like make some money. Like
Give
I'm a
her that
real
mistress
Chicago
show that she was
girl.
on, whatever show. What was the show?
Wait, was she really on that? The
Yeah, she
Atlanta
was supposed
Mistress
to be
show?
on like Atlanta Mistress show.
I don't know, but I mean,
Well, she said
I
that.
know
That's
the
from
guy
her words.
managed
This
that
is
used
not
to manage
rumors.
Sarah. I mean, I'm in the
This is
business.
facts.
I know these girls.
Well, you brought up that love affair, Camilla.
Yes, boo.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
That
talk
was
about
sexy.
it.
I mean, it was sexy, but I just want to know.
What?
Like, you said, I'm willing to do whatever I need to do.
We were not. Let me. Oh wait.
Tell us about your.
This bitch was sitting.
Tell us
She's
about
in the
your
room
friend
next to
mates.
us. It was not. We did fun things. Bad girls get naked in jacuzzis. Bad girls take showers together. We have a big ass shower.
That was
I mean,
messed up
it's
though when
no-
they only showed the two of you. When
I
the
know.
whole
I was like, we were all
we
of
were
us.
all in there.
It was
the
only
jacuzzi?
yes. It was only me and Nancy. Of course, they edited it that way, and I knew they were gonna do that
Yo, they-
because they were trying to fish for everything. Like
we were like
kept on
right
asking.
there.
Yo,
But
BGC
It was
producers.
my last night. I
They
told
do it.
everybody.
Y'all do it well.
Y'all work.
But Nancy,
Like, they
is
are
my dog.
gangster.
I love her. Like, I got some unconditional love for her. Like, that girl was, like, for me, there for me when I needed it as far as mentally. So, we rock.
All right. Do we have a caller on the line?
Do we have another caller?
Call, what's your name? Where you from?
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know your
Caller,
name.
what's your name? Where you from?
Hey, this is Will from Chicago.
Oh, Chi-Town in the building.
I love it.
All right. What you want to talk about, Will?
Yeah. I actually have a couple of things. It was an intense episode, I can tell you that.
All right. Number one.
Yeah. First off, Tanisha. Today, this reunion she had some sass to her. She definitely was throwing some shade, I feel like.
This was my favorite. Honestly, you know, I've been very vocal about I do not like Tanisha as a host.
I don't either.
But
I actually don't either. I thought I was the only one.
Well, Tanisha's my boo-boo.
I gotta say, this
I rock with
season,
her.
I liked her better than in the past. We only heard the one fat comment. She always does a fat joke. I'm like, girl, we see
Yeah, I'm glad
it.
she got rid of the fat comments because I'm like, girl, you're big and beautiful, but you don't have to always talk about food.
Yeah.
Because you have so much going on for yourself that you don't have to
hold it off a
result
little
to
bit.
that all the time, you know?
Her
So I'm
hair
glad.
be on point.
Her hair is all right. I'm not gonna
Bella
lie.
Dream
Like,
hair.
I just
Like you.
didn't like it.
No,
Like it was
Jesse's
green.
very
It was like, why? Like, this is not Halloween. We're doing the Bad Girls Club All Star Reunion.
I like you.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2, boo.
Stephanie, I don't know what your guys' all standpoint is.
She's
on
an
this,
IKEA
but
coach.
I feel like she did not redeem herself this reunion. I feel like Paula slammed her down to the ground. She went ham.
Stephanie doesn't have a voice for herself. Like she just
never did.
She I
No,
don't know.
she just told this
Lauren's
crazy ass.
actually
She's not
sitting
even a coach. She's
on
like a lawn
Stephanie
chair.
right now. If we can just get a quick. We actually have Stephanie sitting with Lauren here in
Right.
studio. Stephanie, do you have anything? No?
She's
Okay.
the couch.
I'm like, wait a minute. Am I missing something?
No, but Stephanie, like there's certain girls on Bad Girls Club that we call couches or sofas. Or
I
they're
get
just
it.
things that just they're put in the house just
And
to
they're like,
be
blah,
there.
blah, blah.
There's no real purpose for them.
They're
They
like
don't really
this
get
mug.
spice.
You just
Like
sit there and look.
until I'm ready to use it.
Exactly. And then we bring you out.
I'm bringing you
I
out.
really wish she could have like defended herself more, but I don't even feel like she was even a couch. She was just like a lawn chair. She folded straight in half. You know.
Oh shit.
But that's the thing. That's what I was
Yeah,
talking
no.
about. Like, you see the real personalities. Like, that's how I feel.
But Stephanie
it was
is
like, if you just pay
boring.
attention, you really see who the person is.
Well, I mean, with Stephanie, it's like I just feel like she got stuck in this place. It's like you fucked your friend over.
She's not
Yeah, and to speak on that, like friends in the Bad Girls Club, it does not exist until you really gain a relationship with somebody
outside
of the
show.
house.
Yeah.
Because for me, just like Paula said, I understand where she's coming from. If you were my friend, now if I was to go on Bad Girls All Star Battle, say for instance they had a 3, Alicia and me go on there, I would ride with fucking
Ride.
Alicia, and if I
Ride.
told her something, I would ride with it because I told her, and we're
Straight up.
friends now.
Friends,
you know,
yeah.
but if I don't owe you anything, it don't matter. It don't mean shit. But loyalty for me is big, and
So-
that's why I was so big on Elise, because it's like it's not about the show. It's about what you stand for. You know what I mean? And if you don't stand for nothing, then what you gonna? You know what I mean? Just
So is it
like-
more like you saying like, "Yo, Elise, I know we came into this together, girl, but like at this time, it's time where I got to do for me now." Like you would have more respect for
right?
that.
I will
Yeah.
because it's like. Paula was not mad at Stephanie because she was going to vote her to go home. Paula was mad because Stephanie did not say, "Hey, Alicia, they're voting for you to go home. You might want to know about it."
Right.
It shouldn't have took Megan to go up to Paula to tell her when Stephanie is on the team. She just sitting there like a quiet mouse, like she don't know what the fuck going on. Your friend is about to go home. Tell her.
Megan be
Because I would have been like, Amy, girl, they about to put you up.
Yeah,
And I didn't even,
and that's
I didn't know that they
yeah,
didn't
I
put
wanna
her up
talk
then.
about
That was like some shady little shit I was mad about
Oh,
you.
so go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's actually the moment that
But
I
I'm glad
realized
they didn't put me
that
up because it was against me or her. So I was like, thank you.
that was the moment when I realized that this show was not for me.
Why?
Was that elimination?
Because you got put in a
Because-
sticky situation.
No, because I truly believe that Amy should have been there. But because I gave my word to like these girls, I have to. And my word is bond. And I hated it. I hated that I agreed to it. But I really felt from a competition standpoint, I always said it, I wanted
Right.
the strongest girls there. And our whole thing was we wanted to put Janelle up. And she got captain. So we were like, fuck, what do we do?
Right.
And it really was between Amy, Camilla,
And Elise, I think.
no, Nancy.
Was it- oh, Nancy.
And Nancy. And it was like I couldn't do Nancy. So it was like out of those two, like who do I do? I'm not putting you up.
Right.
I'm like, so shit, I'm gonna have to go with Amy. Like, and I just felt so bad because I really did give her my word, and I don't go against my word. My word is my everything.
And that's why
So-
Amy was pretty pissed off. She was just like, damn, you
Yeah.
guys just told me that you weren't going to vote for me. Nobody's caring if you vote for us to go home. I knew I was going to go
I was
home
like,
that
just tell
elimination.
us.
I went home, but it was like, damn, if I had one vote that said to keep me, it should have been Elise.
And both.
And I would have went home like, you are the shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave her so much respect, and but I get it's a game. You got to live. You live and you learn. But I'm big on respect and loyalty, and I don't fuck with too many bad girls.
Boop. Will, one more question.
Amy I'm sorry, what was that?
One more question.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say Sarah was just so freaking extra this reunion. I actually could not
Read
take
all
it.
about it.
What didn't you like?
She jumped into every single conversation that somebody had to say, And then she was crying like a baby when she got kicked off with some like Arms of the Angels shit playing when she's calling her dad. It's like, come on, like, just calm down. You had it coming.
Yeah, she annoyed me the most at this reunion. I was just sitting there looking at her like, shut up already. Like, for real. Like you said, she got in everybody's business. And it's like, can you let everybody else speak? That's why Nancy was getting pissed. Like, bitch, shut up.
Well, before we let you guys go,
Nancy and Alicia, you held your ground during that. I give you so much respect. Like, seriously, you made that reunion and made it your bitch.
Thank you.
Ooh, you made it your bitch. Will, what's your Twitter handle?
Thank you.
Yeah. Twitter handle Will in Wonderland, but there is no E.
Alrighty, thank you.
What Wonderland you in? I'm trying to go.
Right, let me go to.
Thank you for calling us.
Chicago Wonderland, baby.
Yay,
make sure you call in for BGC Chicago. All right, so I mean, this situation happened. I mean, you were on stage. You're arguing with Shelly, and then Sarah's standing up and she's doing these like squats on the stage, and she keeps getting your face. Stop calm. And she looked like she was really.
She
serious.
charged her and failed, and then tried to charge again. Like, can I do it again?
But
no.
she kept saying, "Stop calling my friend fat." Yeah. And why was this such a big issue to her?
Because clearly she's sucking on some Shelly's something.
That's the thing. I hate the fact that people call me a bully. It bothers me. It really does, because I'm not.
So what were you trying to prove there with Shelly? In that moment when you
honestly
were about the fat comment?
What I was trying to say was, number one, it's called editing. Like, I really did not say that. Who am I to call anyone fat? Like, real shit. Like, who am I to call anyone broke? Who am I to call anyone anything? I praise people. When have I ever said anything bad about somebody? I'll find the good in the worst person in the world.
But even if you did say something bad about somebody, it's like, how many times have us...
As human beings,
been,
but I really
producers literally, when Shelly walks
every time?
on the ground, shake the film. Producers do this.
But it bothers me because they're like, you called her fat, but you've called me an ogre, a shred. Like, why are you guys calling me this? I don't get it. And all I wanted to say was, who gives a fuck what anyone says about you? If you don't like it, do something about it. That's all I wanted to say.
Why let somebody like talk about you? I mean, you've been on Bad Girls Club before. You know people talk about you. So you're so mad that somebody called you fat. Shelly, I'm so upset with you right now because I'm just like, really? Like, that was just so extra for me. And if you've seen, I wasn't even in the clip. I walked off the stage when they got into it. I don't got time. Like, I was like, are you serious? Can we leave already?
It's just ridiculous.
So Sarah comes charging for you.
And I said it. You know what? I found God, honestly. You asked what happened, I found God. And I go to church every Sunday. There is not a Sunday that I'll miss. And that's how I've been since 2 Sundays into December. And I've never missed church since then.
Amen to that.
And I really found Jesus Christ, honest to God. And anybody in my life knows that. So when I kept getting asked the question, like, what if anyone fights? No one's allowed to touch me. I'm not allowed to touch anyone. And that is what I truly believe. Nobody's allowed to put their hands on me. I'm never going to get hit again.
So
I went through abuse. And this is why I'm speaking on it. Because no one has the right to put their hands on anybody. And that goes for women, men, dads, moms, brothers, sisters, dogs. This is your body. You have to respect it. And you have to, in order to respect yourself, you have to respect others as well. And I said it before I went on the show. If anyone tries to attack me, they're getting drop kicked.
Well, I like the kick.
And that's it. Like, why are you going to run up on me, bitch? Sit down.
I just feel like
that's exactly what it was. And I just so happened to really kick. I mean, shout out Herbalife. God damn it, the bitch got physically fit, you know? Shit.
What about Andrea?
It's right there, the chair.
Okay, well, let's move it on.
But wait, so backstage, I missed the fight, and I was like, oh, finally, because, I mean, it was just...
We missed it together.
Like the whole damn...
I just heard a commotion of stuff. I'm like, oh, my God, I missed... Right when I walked off, because Shelly ended up throwing a belt, and it hit me in my eye. Oh. That's why I left stage, and I got pissed.
Why did Shelly take her belt off?
I don't know. Because I guess she was going to fight.
So whoop somebody.
But the buckle hit my eye, and I was just like, you know what?
Let's go with that answer.
Yeah, we're going to go with that answer, because that's...
Okay.
I was just pissed off. I walked off.
So you were backstage?
I was backstage with you guys.
All right. So then what happened was the commotion went on. So I'm looking at the TV trying to figure out what happened. They stopped everything. Sarah's backstage crying, going through it, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, I thought she got punched. And so then they're like escorting her out of the place. She's on the phone with whoever, I guess apparently it was her dad.
Right.
And again, this is the moment she tweeted about, because apparently we have this beef.
You guys?
Apparently me and Sarah have beef.
She probably just
because
needs
of
some extra
Julie.
followers or
But anyways,
she doesn't get along with Julie.
She doesn't get along with Julie. The two
Why?
of them don't get along.
I just don't understand how girls that are not
on
on the same season get into beef. This is just like the dumbest shit. It's
It
like me
is.
getting into beef with Loren. Like, oh.
So whatever the beef
So
is, we
stupid.
actually sat with Sarah to talk with her about what the beef is. We would, obviously want Julie and Sarah to talk about it themselves. So that's what we're going to do in the future.
Right.
But, so the situation happened. I felt like, you know what? I've made some comments here on the show. And one specifically about Sarah, I wanted to apologize to her face. I'm not going to apologize through a fan page or anything like that. So I went up to her, I apologized to her. And I said, what happened inside, And she said, I ran for Alicia, but, I got one good punch in. That bitch's eye, I hit that bitch's eye. So did she actually hit you?
Oh, no. She didn't touch me.
She didn't touch you. Because it did, visually, now that I'm watching it, it didn't look like she hit you.
It looked like she got kicked.
It looked like she got kicked.
Yeah, she got kicked twice.
Okay. And then from there, she went on to say, we apologized to each other. We put everything under. She wanted to let me know that her vagina is pretty, which I will say it is very pretty. She showed it. Okay. Now, as far as her just showing it to me, I think that's a little crazy. But you know what? I said some things about it. So there we go. Moving on.
Moving forward.
Where do you stand as far as, well, okay, then Tanisha makes a comment about you and says, I followed you on Instagram until I got annoyed.
Because our damn Herbalife, yes. I'm playing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, if you...
Life.
Okay.
I love Herbalife.
Is that what it was?
I'm a health coach. And
That is
honest to
great.
God, I am truly a health coach. My phone has buzzed
I see you working.
nonstop since, and I have over about like 500 clients. I'm a health coach. I'm a mentor.
good,
I
girl.
deal with... Thanks, babe.
We was on them
I
Herbalife
deal
sleep
with,
pills.
right? I deal with a lot of people that are trying to lose weight, and it's extremely hard. So my job is 24/7. I don't have a social life. It has got to the point where I seriously have had to separate myself from friends, family, and just like everybody in general, because I work nonstop. I start work at 5 a.m.
I'm actually thinking about it.
Are you? You should. And you definitely
All right, wait, hold up, because we don't need this to turn into no damn quiet.
Right, but no, and it's really hard. It's a really hard job, and I not only work for myself, but I work with a team of about 24 other people, and I'm just laying down the foundation. I don't want my future children to go through what I went through, and I don't want them to struggle. And I truly believe that I was put on this earth to like make a difference. And I just really wish that like the people that watch this show would understand who I am. But I know there's going to be a time in my life when everyone's going to know what I went through and why I am who I am today.
Well, you can't please everyone either.
Right. But
It's
you know
just
what?
not going to happen.
No one like Jesus, and it took him to sacrifice himself and everything for our lives. So if that's what I have to do, as long as I'm saving a life in the end, I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with it.
Amen to that, sister.
And
All right,
honestly-
Miss Loren, I want to go to you really quickly. You're on BGC season 12.
Yes, Chirac. Chi-Town.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, it was
actually.
fun.
It was fun? You had a good
I
experience?
heard all about y'all. For
We
real.
was turned up.
Everyone was
We had the
telling
city
me.
turned up.
You guys
So we
did.
going to see you turned up?
Of course, I always turn up.
Well, before we get to, wait, what kind of tea did you hear about
No,
the
I
season?
did. I swear. Like every DJ, promoters, producers, everybody. Alicia, yo, these girls were just in the club. Y'all.
Every time
I
I got
am
to the club,
so
I went to the
ready.
DJ booth. Like, I need to hear some Boosie, Webby,
You
Gotti,
guys, I'm so serious.
like,
You,
every DJ.
whatever y'all did was the talk of Chicago.
Well, tell
And
us
everybody
about
was
you,
calling
Loren.
me, because
Right,
they're the
because-
girls in Chicago.
Right.
There's only a few of us. I think like 4 or
You,
5
Paula,
of us.
Lucy, and somebody else.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, me
Loren,
too.
where are you from?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
And so you got picked to go on Bad Girls. What
Yes.
was your feeling? What was it like? You're going on the show. You've seen these girls before. Like, what's your feelings going into the show?
Going into the show, I really didn't watch a lot of Bad Girls Club. I only seen like maybe one season 9. So, but when I saw that season, like I fell in love with it. Like, oh, okay, I can go in there. Like I thought it was a vacation, really. Like I thought I was just gonna be in there, hanging out, turning up, chilling. What got there was a different story. Like
it was like bang, bang, bang.
Like what? I gotta check bitches. I gotta school these bitches. Like I gotta teach these bitches. This is work. Like I thought this was a vacation, but I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely do it again. But I just hate how they don't get to. Everybody don't really know me as the ratchet, like get hood with it. They only see me looking cute,
which is fine,
popping bottles, throwing money. But I had to turn up on these hoes because
that's like my little sister. Everybody thinks we look alike.
Yes, so everybody thinks.
But
I
think it's great because everybody be like, "Oh, you look like," and I'm like, "No." But then her, I was like, "Yeah, we do have a resemblance."
You get that one.
Yeah. But.
So okay, so you go into this house. You're with all these new girls that you never met before. Now your season's a little different. They actually brought the coaches back.
Yeah.
Was that something that do you see a big change in yourself from going into the show
I definitely
versus leaving?
see a huge change in myself. Like I really didn't expect. Like I say it all the time. Like I didn't expect the change from the Bad Girls Club. Like I really came out of it a new person. I'm turning 25 this year, so I'm just trying to get my businesses off the ground. Like I'm not about all this turn up clubbing. Like when I come to the club, you need to pay me. Like, so I really like, and then once I see myself like on the commercials, like turning up, acting crazy, about to whoop somebody's ass, I'm like, I do not need my little sisters, my little cousins.
That's gonna make you famous.
Well, how did your family take it when you got accepted?
I mean, I'm from a small city in Alabama, so you don't see many Alabama girls on TV, probably Alabama people, period. So, I mean, my mom, she was just like, hey, stay true to yourself, how to handle yourself, defend yourself if you have to. Like, I don't pick on anybody, but, I mean, if you're a weak bitch, like, my thing is bullying, I don't use that term for adults. Like, if you can't stand up for yourself, then you're a kid, like, you're a child. Like, you don't need to call yourself an adult. Like, I don't think grown women can get bullied. Like, if it's a situation, state your opinion. And if you have to defend yourself, then you have to defend yourself at the end of the day.
Oh, all right, girl. So now sitting up here, we got into some pretty deep conversation and kind of hearing where Alicia stands looking at it. I mean, how do you feel about getting ready to watch yourself on television?
I mean, I just know I wasn't acting, like I was just being me. So it's like, okay, wow, that's kind of scary because I know how.
So you got the ratchet side on you.
Yeah, yeah. Like I forgot that the cameras were there after the first day. It was like I got my bonnet on, I'm chilling. Like, I mean, it's gonna be an experience. But I mean, I know that I stayed true to myself. I wasn't a fake ass bitch because that's what I'm big on. These fake bitches. So I mean, they're gonna see me. Like Loren, like y'all not gonna see how Loren act on Bad Girls Club. Y'all gonna see Loren how she act every day, all day. How I turn up. Like I ran the house. It's my house.
Boop.
Queen Low.
Shots fired.
Queen Low. Shots with them fired. Shot town. Now, Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle. You watched some of it tonight. If you get called in for season 3, I mean, how are you gonna play the game?
I don't know, because I'm not really like a physical challenge. I don't like going outside unless I'm at the beach or something. So, like, if they have me in a house, I'm just going to have to, like, okay, bitches, if y'all want to stay, like, I'm going to be the bitch running shit. I always do, so.
And when's the premiere for Bad Girls Club?
The premiere for Bad Girls Club Season 12 Chicago is May 16th.
And where can all of your fans follow you? You
guys can follow me at LO_London. That's on Instagram and Twitter.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and dropping some tea. I'm very excited to have you in studio. And we're going to have you in studio when the season starts.
Of course, I'll be
So you can really drop some tea.
Yes, right. Read these bitches.
Because that's what we do here at AfterBuzz. Read them. Alicia, I want to thank you for coming in and giving us your side of the story, unedited.
Thank you, Alicia.
I appreciate it. Now, where can your fans and maybe new clients follow you?
GoHerbalife.com/Alicia Samaan. No, at Alicia Samaan, ALICIA SAMAAN.
And Camilla?
You can find me on I Am Camilla P.
And make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And also check us out on iTunes. Please hit the subscribe button and follow us. We will be back for BGC Season 12 in May. Until then, follow me at DJ Jesse J. Peace.
Bye. See you in Chicago.
Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.